December 27, 2023 marked a historic moment in the space industry. As the sun set over Cape Canaveral, Florida, the night sky suddenly blazed with light. After 8 years of development, Blue Origin's massive New Glenn rocket roared to life in its first static fire test, its 7 BE-4 engines igniting in a spectacular display of raw power. This wasn't just another rocket test. This was Jeff Bezos and Blue Origin making their boldest move yet in the commercial space race. The test lasted 24 seconds, with 13 seconds at full thrust. Numbers that might seem small, but represent a massive leap forward for the company that had faced years of delays and skepticism. The timing couldn't be more significant. With the FAA launch license now secured and the successful static fire test complete, Blue Origin is positioning New Glenn for its debut launch as early as January 6th. This puts them on a direct collision course with SpaceX in what's shaping up to be the most intense year of commercial space competition we've ever seen. Today on Elon Musk 24 Hours, we're taking you behind the scenes of this crucial milestone. We'll break down exactly what happened during the test, what it means for the future of space launch, and how this development could reshape the competitive landscape between Blue Origin and SpaceX. Let's dive right in. The story of New Glenn begins not with triumph, but with frustration. For years, space enthusiasts watched as Blue Origin's ambitious rocket remained largely hidden behind factory doors, while SpaceX launched rocket after rocket into the Florida skies. The space community had almost given up hope. Then came December 27, 2023, the night that changed everything. As the sun set over Cape Canaveral that evening, tension filled the air. The massive New Glenn rocket stood tall at Launch Complex 36, its metallic surface reflecting the last rays of daylight. Inside Blue Origin's control room, engineers who had dedicated years of their lives to this project held their breath. This wasn't just another test. It was the culmination of 8 years of work, countless setbacks, and billions of dollars in investment. At precisely 8 p.m. Eastern Time, the command was given. The 7 BE-4 engines roared to life, their blue flame illuminating the night sky. For 24 crucial seconds, New Glenn proved its worth. The ground shook as the engines reached 100% thrust, maintaining full power for 13 seconds. This wasn't just a technical achievement. It was Blue Origin's declaration that they're finally ready to compete in the orbital launch market. But the path to this moment was anything but smooth. Jeff Bezos, watching from nearby, knew better than anyone the cost of delays and setbacks. The company he founded had faced criticism for moving too slowly, for being too secretive, for promising much but delivering little. In fall 2023, Bezos made a decisive move that showed just how serious he was about changing this perception. He removed CEO Bob Smith and brought in Dave Limp, a veteran Amazon executive known for getting things done. Blue Origin needs to be much faster, Bezos admitted in a rare moment of public candor. It's one of the reasons I left my role as CEO of Amazon. Blue Origin needs me right now. These weren't just words. They were a commitment that would reshape the company's entire approach to rocket development. The transformation was dramatic. Under new leadership, Blue Origin began moving with unprecedented speed. The company rolled out new manufacturing processes, streamlined testing procedures, and most importantly, started showing real, tangible progress. The static fire test wasn't just about proving the engines worked. It was about proving Blue Origin could deliver on its promises. But here's where the story gets really interesting. While Blue Origin was preparing for this crucial test, SpaceX wasn't standing still. Elon Musk's company had already conducted 2 fully stacked Starship flights in 2023, with plans for many more in 2024. The space race was heating up, and the contrast between these two companies couldn't be more striking. SpaceX, under Musk's leadership, embraces a philosophy of rapid iteration in public testing. They're not afraid to fail in full view of the world, learning from each setback and moving forward quickly. Blue Origin, even under new management, maintains a more measured approach, preferring to test extensively behind closed doors before making public moves. The differences extend to their technical approaches as well. New Glenn, at 98 meters tall and 7 meters wide, is a more traditional rocket design. It uses time-tested aluminum alloys for its structure and aims for partial reusability, recovering its massive first-stage booster while expending its upper stage. The rocket's 7 BE-4 engines, the same type that powers ULA's Vulcan rocket, represent a blend of innovation and proven technology. But the numbers tell an impressive story. New Glenn is designed to lift up to 45 metric tons to low Earth orbit in its reusable configuration. This puts it in direct competition with SpaceX's Falcon Heavy, currently the world's most powerful operational rocket. The larger payload fairing of New Glenn offers unique advantages for certain types of satellites and space hardware. The competition between these companies isn't just about technical specifications. It's about two fundamentally different visions for humanity's future in space. SpaceX, with its Starship program, is pushing for full and rapid reusability, aiming to dramatically reduce launch costs and enable Mars colonization. Blue Origin, with New Glenn, is taking a more measured approach, focusing on reliable access to Earth orbit and the Moon. What makes this rivalry particularly fascinating is the personal element. Both Bezos and Musk are billionaires who made their fortunes in the digital world. Bezos with Amazon, Musk with PayPal and Tesla. Both men dream of making humanity a spacefaring civilization, but their approaches couldn't be more different. Musk pushes for speed and accepts public failure as part of the process. Bezos, true to his motto, gradatim ferociter, step by step ferociously, prefers a more methodical approach. The successful static fire test of New Glenn marks a crucial moment in this ongoing rivalry. It proves that Blue Origin can deliver results, that their methodical approach can produce real achievements. But it also highlights the challenge they face. While they're preparing for their first orbital launch, SpaceX is already planning dozens of Starship flights for 2024 and 2025. Looking ahead to the January 6th launch window, the stakes couldn't be higher. If successful, New Glenn's debut flight will mark Blue Origin's entry into the orbital launch market and prove that there's room for different approaches in the commercial space race. The payload for this historic flight will be the Blue Ring Pathfinder technology demonstrator, a fitting choice that symbolizes the company's long-term ambitions in space. The ground infrastructure at Launch Complex 36 stands ready, a testament to years of preparation. The fleet of ships designed to recover New Glenn's first stage booster waits in port, representing Blue Origin's commitment to reusability. Every piece of the puzzle is finally falling into place. But perhaps the most significant aspect of this development isn't the technical achievements or the competition with SpaceX. It's what it means for the future of space exploration. With both New Glenn and Starship preparing for flights in early 2024, we're entering an era where multiple companies can field super heavy lift vehicles. This competition will drive innovation, reduce launch costs, and ultimately make space more accessible for everyone. The success of the static fire test doesn't just validate Blue Origin's technical capabilities, it validates the idea that different approaches to rocket development can coexist and succeed. While SpaceX's rapid iteration and public testing have proven incredibly successful, Blue Origin's more traditional approach might offer advantages in certain scenarios, particularly for customers who prefer extensive testing and validation before flight. The real winner in this competition isn't Blue Origin or SpaceX, it's the space industry as a whole. As these companies push each other to innovate and improve, they're creating new opportunities for scientific research, commercial space activities, and eventually human space exploration. The race to space isn't just about getting there first, it's about creating sustainable, reliable access to the final frontier. As we await New Glenn's first launch, one thing is clear: the space industry has entered a new era of competition and capability. Blue Origin's methodical approach has finally produced results, and while they may not move as quickly as SpaceX, they've proven they can deliver. The question now isn't whether they can compete, it's how this competition will reshape the future of space exploration. As we watch Blue Origin and SpaceX push the boundaries of what's possible, one truth becomes crystal clear. 2024 will be a defining year for commercial spaceflight. With New Glenn's debut launch approaching and SpaceX's ambitious Starship program advancing, we're witnessing history in the making. The competition between these aerospace giants isn't just about corporate success. It's about expanding humanity's reach into the cosmos. Blue Origin's methodical approach, now energized by Bezos's renewed focus, is finally bearing fruit. Yet SpaceX continues to set the pace with its rapid innovation and bold mission planning. This rivalry is driving both companies to achieve what many thought impossible just a few years ago. We'll be covering every development in this exciting space race right here on Elon Musk 24 Hours. Hit subscribe and turn on notifications to stay updated on all the latest developments. Drop a comment below with your thoughts on New Glenn's chances against Starship. Will Blue Origin's patient approach pay off? Or will SpaceX's rapid iteration maintain their lead? Share this video with fellow space enthusiasts who need to know about these groundbreaking developments. Thank you for joining us on this journey to the stars. Breaking news shaping the future of space exploration. The U.S. Air Force has officially confirmed plans to test a military version of SpaceX's Starship, marking a groundbreaking milestone in space transportation. But that's just the beginning. SpaceX has unveiled a much-anticipated flight recap, showcasing exclusive, never-before-seen footage of their second orbital test. What they revealed is nothing short of extraordinary. Meanwhile, Relativity Space is turning heads with impressive progress on their engine development, signaling they might be catching up to SpaceX faster than anyone anticipated. And stay tuned, because there's an incredible update about the OSIRIS-REx mission that will leave you amazed. I'm here to bring you the latest and most exciting news in space exploration. Welcome to Elon Musk 24 Hours. Let's dive right in. Starting with the most anticipated news, SpaceX's official flight recap of the second orbital test has finally dropped, and it's absolutely spectacular. Inside their surprisingly compact Mission Control Center, a dedicated team of engineers guided humanity's largest rocket through its impressive journey. While some of this footage has made its way to social media, what truly captivates are the never-before-seen perspectives that SpaceX has now revealed. The infrared footage of the Super Heavy booster's engines is particularly mesmerizing. 33 Raptor engines performing in perfect harmony, pushing against Earth's gravity with unprecedented power. But what really steals the show are the onboard camera views we've all been waiting for. Imagine being right there on the booster, watching the massive grid fin against the backdrop of Earth's curvature, with the Mechazilla catch points visible in frame. Then comes that breathtaking moment of separation. Starship gracefully pulling away from Super Heavy, both vehicles charting their own paths through the upper atmosphere. Speaking of what's next, SpaceX isn't wasting any time. Booster 10 has already emerged from the Mega Bay, sporting its full complement of 33 Raptor 5.2 engines and the crucial hot staging ring. While it waits in the rocket garden, Ship 28 is preparing for its own debut. The self-propelled modular transporters have already entered the high bay, signaling an imminent rollout. But here's where things get really interesting. The testing schedule ahead looks intense. First comes the spin prime test, ensuring those complex Raptor turbopumps are functioning perfectly. Then, in what's always a spectacular display, we'll see a full 6-engine static fire light up the Texas sky. Based on current progress, Ship 28 should complete all its testing before the year ends. At the launch site itself, transformation is in full swing. Thanks to stunning aerial footage from Redline Heli, we can see crews working simultaneously on both the oxygen and methane sides of the orbital tank farm. New tanks are being mounted on their pedestals, with a protective wall being constructed to shield them from launch debris. A fascinating mystery is unfolding near the launch tower. Workers have been spotted digging channels in a former parking lot. While speculation about a second tank farm has circulated, the space constraints make this unlikely. More probable is the construction of a water storage and pump system that would eliminate the need for constant water deliveries to the launch pad's deflector system. The evolution of Starbase continues beyond the launch facilities. The second megabay is taking shape with nearly half its glass panels installed. Meanwhile, the Star Factory is entering its final construction phase, with foundations laid and roof sections beginning to rise. Perhaps most intriguingly, SpaceX is essentially building its own town. with employee housing rapidly expanding through both permanent structures and temporary barracks. But the most groundbreaking development might be happening behind the scenes. The U.S. Air Force has revealed new details about their plans to adapt Starship for military cargo transport. The concept is